Welcome, my lovely Leos. Leo, I am now offering personal readings. Please check out the link below to my Gmail account. That is qclovers1111@gmail.com, and I'll send you my list of services for the personal readings I'm offering. I'm offering them with this new deck that I just got, a Tattoo Tarot deck, but this is going to be your bonus reading because a couple weeks ago you got over 2.6 thousand views on a single video of Leo's, and this is why this is a bonus reading for you now. So this is a energy and card reading for the date of August 20th, 2019. This is going to be for my Leos, general reading for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or House positions, but still will not apply to all. Again, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. We know what we got in the sky. If you saw my readings this week, we know we got that Aquarius full moon energy around us. We know who our haters are, and we know, and our haters know who, and the people we hate know who we are. Oh, I felt it today. Got a rough one at work today. You know, when you look at somebody and you're like, how did this happen? I mean, how did I become the not golden boy kind of thing? And you look at somebody and you know they're your enemy. The worst part is I cannot hide it. They know that I know. So I have the 5, the Magician, to start. This is not manifesting or stopping manifesting something, stopping creating something, my Leos. Yeah, you're not manifesting love. You don't want to accept this feeling. Ace of Cups is that first bright feeling of love. You know, that kind of like hummy-dum feeling of love that you feel when you first like meet eyes with somebody that kind of catches your energy. But you are not manifesting this right now. You just don't want any part of it. You're not flowing with the love right now. Oof, the cards be flying for you, Leo. I have the King of Pentacles. This is for the King of Pentacles goes in reverse. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it also tells me you're not even in the mood for money making. And the Moon in reverse. This is coming into some sort of knowledge that really just kind of hits you everywhere, in every sense of the word, because it hits you in with the Magician, it hits you in the Ace of Cups heart, and it hits you in the King of Pence in your castle. And that's what it is that's gotten you here. Alright, let's see what the Magician... Yeah, the reason you've stopped manifesting, that you've had to stop manifesting and kind of put a handy halt, this handy halt on it, is because you've stayed too long in a situation and it is becoming painful. It's actually time to go. You will do better in the wilderness alone than continue on with this. That's what that 8 of Cups in reverse is saying. It's just you just stay too long. So obviously it is taking more out of you than I'm sorry, that was right. The High Priestess upright. But you're still going to have to experience this. I'm sorry. You're not going to get out of this. You're going to have to live through it. This is using your intuition. This is, but this is not speaking and not acting. It's coming into knowing, but also coming into you've got to experience it. This is going to have to happen. I have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is the energy of a nurturing queen. I feel like this is not a water sign amongst you, this Queen of Cups. She is the loving queen. She's the nurturing queen. When this queen shows up in your readings upright, it means that somebody is really just loving on you, nurturing you, encouraging you. You know, when you're sad, they're the ones that come to you and ask you what's wrong. But in reverse tells me you're pulling that energy away. And this Page of Swords tells me you have lost the words. You just can't even believe what is happening. Yeah, this is kind of a shocking thing. Kind of a shocking energy, but you're going to have to experience it. So get ready for the waterworks, my Leos. I really feel, okay, there's going to be a brief pause in the action, though. I was going to take this card, but, you know, Nope, that's the card. And so basically what we have is we're going to have a pause in the action, but it's not going to be a pause in the action. It's going to be a lull right before the tornado hits. And the Hanged Man is you thinking things through. Definitely get your, you're not going to die, but you know that feeling when something bad's going to happen or something difficult is going to happen. It's going to be difficult just because I know you're going to have to experience it. You're going to have to experience it, and it puts you, and you're refusing to put love into it, which is already very, Ace of Cups in reverse tells me that was coming anyway. But it's going to be a lull right before the main action. And right before the action you have to experience kind of happens. This could be on the 20th. It could have happened a couple days before, a couple days after. Yes, 7 of Wands. This is defending your position. This is like, oh my gosh, I literally just dropped the cards in my lap in a stack. Whew. I thought I was going to lose them all. This is defending your position. This is 7 of Wands. This is defending your position, standing your ground firm, holding your position. You know you're right. This is a reminder. I like this card as it is because with the 7 of Wands, because it's something worth fighting for, but it's also, know your heart is on the line. It's something worth fighting for, but it's going to be a tough one. And you're definitely, 5 of Swords. Yeah, I told you it was going to hurt. Something painful is coming, and it feels like there's an inevitability here. It's not something that's a surprise to you either, my love. So I'm not even going to try and figure out what it is anymore, because it is, yeah, an ending. The Death card. An ending. Change is good for us. Although painful, albeit painful, which is, it's going to start like a fight. You're going to be ready for it because you've been through the Hanged Man position, but it's going to start with a fight with the 7 of Wands. It's going to get sharp and ugly. There's going to be losses. There's going to be smug people, but you're going to have an ending worth it. All right, let me see advice from Spirit, because I'm going to pull advice from Spirit because this seems like something you know is coming, because you've already pulled your manifestation energy from there. It's probably why things aren't going that well. And you've also pulled your heart energy from there, and you don't even have King of Pence energy in there. I feel that your energy, the first line is always the energy of the sign. And I feel like you just don't have, you have put everything you have into this that you can possibly do, and you have stayed too long. You just have to go through this experience, this change. It's something that Spirit has set up for you, it looks like. So let's go ahead and check that. Let's go ahead and check that energy, see what Spirit says with some advice. I mean, this is like you've even taken your nurturing heart out of it, Leo. And we know Leos are the lovers of the sun, the passionate ones, the warmth of heart. So if you've taken your love out with this Queen of Cups in reverse, you know, it's a dead situation. It's not going anywhere anyway. All right, the World in reverse. This is like the glory and gratitude of unexpected things. Okay, I know I'm having a rough one today, my loves, but something's going to happen. Spirit says this is out of your hands. And I kind of felt this was coming because Spirit said with the High Priestess, this card, Spirit said, you're going to have to live through this. You have to live through this. It's so you know what you're fighting for. It's so you know, you understand why you are where you are when you're really happy very soon. Because this is going to happen so fast, you're not going to know what happened. You're not going to have time to scratch your ass or sneeze. That's what Spirit is saying with these cards here. I'm a little like I'm a Leo rising, so I'm starting to get a little nervous. I wouldn't be able to pull information if it was directly for me, though I can't read for myself very well. Okay, yeah. 7 of Pence. Growing your garden. Checking out your harvest, budding up. It's growing. Things are going well for you, actually, in some kind of way. and you are going to end up as the King of Cups. This is a really interesting reading because you guys are coming up as water signs in your fields. This is really hitting you somewhere. This is a part of your life that you have to walk away from. And Spirit is not even saying walk away from it. It's just going to happen. And it's not even going to happen with a Tower, and it's not going to happen with a Nine of Swords. It's just going to happen. And there's definitely a malaise here that may have brought this about. But it's just going to happen. You kind of just got to go along for the ride. Take a deep breath. You're going to be going on a whole new adventure. And it's going to start with some severing with the Knight of Swords. This is a whole new adventure. But for now, you just need to watch. Yeah, it's getting back to that eye, the watching. Just sit back and watch. Relax. This atomic bomb, it's going to bring you out of this Five of Cups. This sense that you can only see. This is kind of like a depressing energy, a sad energy. It was something that, again, you've stayed in too long. And when you turn around and you see these 5 beautiful roses blooming in the 2 cups here, you're going to be just fine. But it's not. Just watch, because this is not your 10 of Cups. This is not your 10 of Cups. So don't fight for it. Actually, Spirit is saying don't fight for it. You're going to come into these fights here that I pulled earlier. What card came? Oh, the Death card. But this is more, I'm feeling now from the advice from Spirit is saying this is like past energy. This is just what's going to end. You aren't even going to have to fight for this. This is why you were asked to sit in that Hanged Man energy. Balance your energy out. Come into an understanding of what is happening for you. Remember, life happens for you, not against you. Just watch, spy, gather information like the Knight of Swords. And then you're going to start to realize how unhappy you are here and how much drama there is and how easy it is to understand that this is not your 10 of Cups. There's not happiness here. I don't know why you're holding on so hard. This is totally let it go. Let it go like a frigid Disney princess, as I like to tell my kids, my sons. Of course, I haven't had to tell them to let go of a chick yet. All right. 9 of Cups. This is, your wish is coming true. And that's going to be the end of a lot of pain. A lot of cruelty. This 10 of Swords is very painful. And I feel it. I feel it. I'm sure everyone feels pretty stabbed in the back if that Aquarius full moon is still sitting in our energy. It's going to put you at a financial disadvantage for a bit. For sure. It's going to flip your ability to make money. So you think. So you think, says Spirit. But what do you mean by that, Spirit? We need to know because inquiring minds and all that, and this is not that happy of a reading. Okay. You just have to make a decision to be balanced. Make a decision to be balanced. Approach this with balance. Make all your decisions with balance. Make good decisions with a lighter heart. You're not doing that right now. And so it's kind of ending out like you're making decisions with such a heavy heart that nothing that's coming out of you is light or energetic or exciting. It's all heavy. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to balance yourself, meditate, pray, ask for the things you want. Know what you want, because when you go into this situation, you're going to have to make decisions that are going to shock you. And that and if you know what you want, they're going to be quite easy, because the person that is doing this to you, it doesn't feel like love. It feels like kind of like work or an association. It feels like work a lot, actually. And basically it's saying this is over anyway. This person likes to poke at you. This person likes to counter your ground. You know this person's your enemy. After that Aquarius full moon, you know who your enemies are. So you know You may not know all the details of the situation, which you did get. Did you get the... You did not get the moon. But you did get the Empress. So you're not going to necessarily get... This is the moon in reverse here. Ding, ding, ding. You're going to get some answers, but you're not going to get them all. Because you do have the High Priestess in this reading, which is basically saying you're going to have to live through this. You're going to have to experience it. You're going to have to feel your way through this intuitively. Because you're not going to be given all the answers. And you're going to be asked to make decisions without those answers for some reason, for whatever reason, and you're going to make the best decisions working from your intuition and your highest self. But you really need to end this because there's nothing going on there but you dying. There's something about this that is just awful because it's about work and but a financial lack kind of was expected with this King of Pentacles in reverse. I believe it's just going to be a work transition. When this happens, you have things in the works. They're just not quite there yet with this Seven of Pentacles. Meaning that, yeah, there's going to be a slight gap in this adjustment. You're going to be slightly at a financial loss or just you're just going to have to tighten your belt. It's kind of like that feeling of when you have to switch jobs or when you suddenly lose your job, you look up and you have 8 better options in front of you. It has that feeling, even though the tower's not here. But that is just because some shit is falling down right now from the World card here. And it's going to go fast. It's just, this is like... 8 of Wands is like moving very hastily into a absolute pinpoint accuracy direction, and when that happens, you're going to feel actually quite relieved. All this pain and stuff, it's from holding on to this too long. I was reading this way much longer than I thought. I just had the shittiest day at work. So I feel this reading, and, yeah. Alright, I have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tougher, a little bit. But that's just because the 7 of Pentacles, this is the advice from Spirit, basically said, you've got shit going on. It's just not that mature yet, but this is spiritual timing for some reason. But make your decisions, and the Knight of Cups in reverse, don't give your love to this. Do not be vulnerable to this. Take back your vulnerability from this situation. You put you put some emotion into this that you shouldn't have, and that's why you need to hold your strength right now. Hold your position. That came with the 7 of Wands as well. All right, Leo. This is a tough one, but it feels like it's going to suck, but it feels like you can probably count on the 7 of Pentacles that's growing, that you're working on, that's like little peas in the pod, not quite ready to pick, but it's like they're ripening, they're coming, and they're coming quite quickly in the natural order of things. So they're coming with the harvest, which I can assume is Virgo season coming, and which is only Friday. It just seems like good things are coming, kind of thing. And thank you for that, Mr. Cheezel. And definitely like, subscribe, share, comment, tip, and donate if the spirit moves you. Bit of a wild reading with the Tattoo Tarot today. It's my first reading with the deck. And I hope you enjoyed it, Leos, and have a wonderful week. Oopsies.